Good evening tonight. I like to do this video tonight because I was compelled to do so. And before I start, I would like to say this is Left Side of the Brain for those of you who are here for the first time. This is my channel. And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm doing this video tonight because I'm doing this for you just as much as I'm doing this for myself. Now, on this channel, we discuss a lot of things, but tonight, this is a very visceral topic. We're talking about loneliness, depression, suicide, and the meaning of life, and is it all worthwhile or is it pointless? Now, that's a lot to talk about, but we're going to tackle all of those things tonight. Now, some of you wake up every morning, you put your clothes on, you walk out of the house, and you go to your jobs, and you find yourself in the constant routine, the constant life cycle. And you find yourself always coming back to the same point. That same point of questioning your existence and whether or not your life has meaning or not. I go through it. And anybody who has any goodness about them, you will go through this. You will constantly question the world around you. And I would like to say that all of those feelings are normal. The feelings of depression is normal. If you have suicidal thoughts, it's normal. The feelings of loneliness is normal. It's normal for a person like, I'm going to be honest, like myself. And if you are honest with yourself, if you feel lost in this world, you don't feel lost because you don't know what career path you want to go down, or because you don't know what type of house you want to live in, or what type of car you want to drive. You don't feel lost because of those things. You more or less feel lost because you recognize that every day you feel out of place. Even in a crowd of people, you feel out of place. You always feel like you don't belong, or your good is not good enough. And sometimes you turn into yourself and you lay on your bed at night, you close your eyes and you just question things. Maybe you look at this channel. Maybe you reflect on some of the things I say. Maybe you have discovered along the way that you are different. Maybe you are just coming into the acceptance of your difference. And maybe you are still in denial about your difference. Maybe you are still on a threshold, still trying to hold on, and at the same time, still trying to let go of this world. But I'm here to tell you, if you are having those feelings, you are not alone. You may feel like you are alone, but trust me, you are not alone. Every day, people wake up and they put a face on. They put on a mask. They put on a personality. that's not really them. And then every day they come home, and when the sun goes down, the real them comes out when the lights is out. The real them comes out in their emotions when they all by themselves, when they looking at themselves in the mirror. And if this is you, then this video is for you, because I know it's for me just as much as it's for you. So, having set the record out, I would like to say, if you are feeling these things, it's because you are different. Don't second guess it. Accept it. You see, part of the depression, part of the loneliness, part of the emptiness comes from not accepting the fact that you don't belong. You are not one of them. You don't fit in. Just accept it. If you haven't gotten married by now, just accept the fact that you're not ever going to get married. If you don't have kids, accept the fact that you're not going to ever have kids. Come into the peace of what it is. Stop trying to live up to something that doesn't exist. And what I mean by that is chasing an illusion of happiness. You're trying to find your happiness in the world that's around you, in the illusion world, the crowd, the expectations of others telling you that you gotta be this by a certain age, and you gotta be owning this amount of property by a certain age, and you have to be married by a certain age, and you have to have X amount of kids by a certain age. I'm here to tell you that none of that is true. Who are they to tell us where we belong and at what time we must meet their goal? We're not here to follow their agenda. See, that's the whole thing about this world. It's pushing you to be something that you're not. It's driving you to the bottom, but telling you that by pushing yourself, you're headed to the top. But really, they're just trying to drive you into an early grave. Now, I'm not telling you anything, really. You don't have to listen to this. I'm not telling you to not have goals. That would be silly. Because inside of what I'm telling you is a goal, which is to accept yourself. I'm not telling you not to be successful. What I'm telling you is play by your own music. Don't dance to their tune. I know on this channel we discuss the organic portals, the organic portal realm. We talk about all of that. But a lot of times we forget that it goes back to accepting yourself. That's the first step in untying yourself from the attachments of this world. That's the first step. Accepting yourself for who you are. You got to look at yourself in the mirror. Breathe in and exhale out all of those programmings. This is how you become victorious. This is how you regain yourself. This is where happiness lies. Happiness and peace, it lies in accepting yourself. The answer you are seeking is inside of you. And it's been inside of you the whole entire while. It's just those voices on the outside that's telling you that the answer is over there, or the answer is over here, or the answer is in this latest trend, or the answer is in gaining wealth, notoriety, trying to gain esteem from these worldly people who only setting up a hedonistic environment for you to chase. That's not where the answer is. Sometimes you might say to yourself, life is pointless. And you know what? You might have a point. Because life is pointless when you are chasing material things that will never bring you true happiness. What's the point in it? Because when you leave this earthly body, you can't take accomplishments with you. You can't take money with you. You can't take your wife with you. You can't take your kids with you. You can't take any of that with you. The only thing that you can build upon, the only thing that you're going to reflect upon when you're taking your last breath is how peaceful you were when you died. That's going to be your last memory. That's going to be the last thing that registers in your brain. When you take your last exhale, the last thing that's going to register in your brain, it's not going to be the money in your bank account. It's not going to be your wife. It's not going to be your kids. It's not going to be how many outfits you got in your closet. None of that. It's just going to be how peaceful you are when you left here, or how much pain were you in. Did you leave in agony, or did you leave in peace? You will leave in peace if you take heed to these words. And you most certainly leave this life in agony if you never discovered the truth. And when you take your last breath, and all the things you have, it's not going to bring you peace. Though a man may have $1 billion, if he don't have peace when he takes his last breath, he still is going to leave this life in agony. But a person with the truth, upon their last breath, they can leave this world in peace and comfort, knowing that they didn't sell their soul and that they died with a clean conscience. And they will have an assurance that wherever they are going, it will be a better place. That's what it all boils down to. Because upon your last breath, they're going to take away everything else. Somebody else is going to get it. You can inherit something to your kids. They may not value it like you valued it. They may destroy it the next day. They may spend the money up the next day. But your peace, man can't give it and man can't take it away. That'll be the only thing worth taking is that peace. That'll be the only way you will know if your life was successful. Is upon your last breath. How you leave here will decide if you lived a successful life or not. Not anything else. So if you don't get anything from me, if this is my last video, just remember that it all boils down to peace. Nothing else. And I would like to leave you all with that tonight. This is, I consider, one of the most important messages you will ever hear. This message of peace. Nothing else. Peace that man can't give and that man can't take away. This is Left Side of the Brain, signing out.